person back right now. So I mean, I'm curious. I'm being honest with you, but it doesn't.
Hello.
How you doing, Hood
I'm
champion?
good. How are you?
I'm good. What you got?
So I was calling to ask you a question. If a person had a fractured finger, would they keep the gloves on longer?
See, this is the thing. Most I've never seen anybody. Most of the time, when people hurt their hands, they take it off right immediately after the fight. You see them
No,
in
but
the,
the hand was already hurt.
if it was already hurt,
Yeah.
well, that means that they flew underneath the radar. That stuff's supposed to be
It
shared.
didn't fly underneath the radar because it flew underneath the radar for a lot of people. And that's what I don't understand because everybody talks about this woman, but nobody really pays attention. I saw her finger on a live that she did, and that finger was fat. And I said to myself, I know what a jammed finger or something wrong with the finger looks like. There was definitely something wrong with her finger because I seen it. And she said it maybe a week and a half ago. She said it.
So you
That,
noticed the mystery fat finger before the fight?
yes. Yes, and if anybody, since they like to go back and research so much, they should go back. I don't know how that works with the lives, and if they save the lives and all that stuff. But if they go back to one of her lives, you can see when she was talking. You know how much she talked shit when she's doing her in the gym and all of that. You can see the finger, and you can see that it's fat.
Okay, but was she punching her? I mean, I seen even the pre-fight
She
warm
said
up.
she hurt it in the gym
But
while she was training.
yeah, but she's still throwing punches and everything. If that finger was sprained, it wasn't too bad because she was letting them hands fly.
Yeah, well, Kobe played with a broken hand playing basketball, right?
I don't know, man. I'm sure a lot of
I know.
I'm sure a lot
I'm a
of
basketball
athletes.
fan.
I'm
I
sure a
know.
lot of I'm sure a lot of athletes compete while they're injured. No boxer gets in the ring free of injury. So it just I've had sprains, and I just can't see myself, with a sprained ankle, sprained fist, finger, hands, wrists, and being able to get that kind of leverage on my shots without
Yeah,
wincing.
but I mean,
Without
you
wincing.
said you a boxing person, so I wanted to know if a person had a fractured finger, would they keep the gloves on? And even though she had the gloves on, when she was doing the press conference, you could see her and you could hear her unwrapping it. So why would she unwrap it in front of everybody if there was something in there? She was sitting at the table talking to the reporters, unwrapping it.
So what are you saying? You think that she should
What
should have
I'm
kept the
saying
gloves
is,
on?
I don't think she had anything in the gloves.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
never.
what I'm
Okay. Well,
saying.
I haven't heard anyone say that. They're like, because we're wondering why she kept the gloves on. Nobody. I haven't heard anyone
Well,
come out here and
I
say that.
don't know why she kept them on, but like
Yeah.
I said, I don't think she had anything in them. If she did, why would she sit in front of the press and be unwrapping them?
Uh, oh, I'm typing
That doesn't
something.
make sense.
I don't know. I gotta watch it, but I tell you what,
Yeah,
she
go back and
she
watch it, and you can
unwrapped.
listen.
You're
Go
telling
back and
me,
watch it,
but hold
listen,
on. You
and you.
said she took off her hand wraps and everything.
She was unwrapping it as they were talking, as the kid was, her niece was sitting on her lap and all of that stuff, and the nephew was behind her and all of that. I think when they moved them away is when she was pulling it. You could hear it. You could hear the tape with her pulling it off. And I was wondering why she was doing it at that time, but she was pulling it off because she started it when she passed the mic down to Case Scott. I think right after that is where you heard the noise, and when you see she taking the tape off.
Yeah, look. To be honest with you, I'd have to watch that. But look, I'm not right there to see what the hell's going on. It still doesn't make sense for me for her to keep them gloves on all the way up to that damn post fight press conference.
Okay,
It
no,
still
I
doesn't make
mean, listen,
sense.
it could have been there were a lot of stars there. It could have been that there were a lot of stars in back there in the dressing room with her. She was talking to them. She didn't do it. She running late. then she goes out to the press conference. It could have been a lot of other reasons other than her having something inside the glove, you know.
But you keep talking about her having something inside the gloves. I never said she had anything inside the gloves. I just asked.
You said on that you said something wasn't right.
Okay, well, what does that have to do? But what does that have to do with somebody having something inside their gloves? I said it doesn't make sense.
That you said you didn't think that it was that something was wrong with the glove. Why did she keep the gloves on so wrong?
I didn't say nothing was wrong with the. I didn't.
I
didn't. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say nothing was wrong with the gloves. I said it doesn't make sense. I've never seen anyone keep them on.
Okay,
if you're a professional, let me finish. I said if there's a pro boxer, preferably, let me know if that makes sense. I understand if you sprain an ankle or you mess up your hand, maybe the doctors they may not be so quick to take it off. But if you're injured, more than likely they take off slowly or carefully take off the glove, cut off the hand wraps, and they're looking at your hands, and you ain't parading around. They're gonna have you there being examined by a medical team to see what's going on with you. That's why I said it doesn't make sense. But if someone can make sense, so can you make sense of that?
I don't know why she had them on, but what I'm saying to you is, when you make that video and you just said yourself, oh, I made the video. Now everybody, I didn't need for it to go viral. Now everybody's talking about something was wrong with the gloves.
So what? So what if they can talk about what they want? But so what? They can talk about what they want. I asked the question. This the internet. People take things and they go in and make videos. So what?
Yeah, but I mean, so what? So what means that you can be wrong? I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that something had to be wrong with the glove because she had them on.
Did I say I'm right? I just said it seems odd to me. I've never seen it. If someone can explain, preferably a professional boxer, let me know, because I ain't never seen that shit.
Okay, well, I mean, things happen that we've never seen.
But you don't have the answers.
And neither do you.
I never said I did. I just asked a question.
Well, I just asked the question to you about the fractured finger because I saw the fractured finger.
Okay, so you identified the mystery. But you out here talking about you identified the mystery finger way before the fight. You got amazing eyes. If you're looking at people's hands, you got great eyes.
I'll tell you what, I've seen it.
So you've seen it? Okay. You're the only one. You're the only one that I've heard of that was sitting there and spotted a big swollen middle finger.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I don't have to lie, sir. Okay, the God's heaven truth. I saw the.
I never said you were lying. I didn't say you were lying.
It doesn't matter. I know what I saw.
I didn't say you were lying. I just said you're the only one who's observed the big middle finger.
I'm the only one that's saying it. Okay, let's put it that way.
Oh, who else?
The only one that's saying it.
Okay, well, just tell me someone else who you know saw the swollen mystery finger.
There are plenty of people who probably saw it, but they're not saying anything about it. There's a lot of people that saw it and probably not saying anything. There are things that they know they say about her, but they won't come back later and retract it.
What you think about? Okay. What you think about the knee brace? You noticed that there was something wrong with that knee too?
I've seen that, and I heard her say that. I've seen that. I heard her say that. I've seen it when she was practicing. I've seen the brace. She didn't mention it, but I saw the finger. She didn't mention the finger.
But you saw that the knee was swollen? You knew there was something wrong with the knee? Forget the brace. You saw the swelling in the knee?
No, I didn't see the swelling in the knee. I just seen I think she had the brace on the knee.
Right. Well, we saw that. I thought maybe you saw the swelling in the knee like you saw in the finger.
No, I didn't. But listen, sir. I played basketball. My fingers have been jammed before. Okay. I know what they look like when they get swollen like that. I know what they look like. So I'm not a boxer, but I played ball and I messed up my damn fingers. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I hear you. I hear you. I played basketball. I boxed. I broke my hand. I sprained fingers. I rolled my ankle and all that. What the doctor said it was a violent fracture the way I came down on my ankle. So I understand. I used to run marathons, powerlift, all that. I understand. That's why. But I don't talk about a lot of that shit. But I respect your opinion. We just had the answers. I asked a question. You come in here just ranting and raving, and I'm trying to take something out of the conversation, but you're not saying anything. That's why I was hoping.
What I was trying to say was I asked you the question when I first came on. would that make a difference? Because as I said, Kobe has played with a broken hand. People have played with fractured ankles. They wrap them up so much, and they go on and they play.
Right.
I know this. I'm a basketball fan. I watch basketball.
Okay. Maybe if Claressa would have had a bunch of tape on her finger, but then she couldn't make a proper fist. So all I'm saying is, for someone to have a fractured finger and be letting them hands go like that, I mean, she just tougher than leather, Run DMC and shit. But hey, look.
Well, I mean, you should know that. You should.
I should know what? What should I know? What should I know? What should I know, man? What? Tell me.
No, I'm saying, you see how she fight. You see how she throw those punches. So I mean, even if her finger was fractured and they wrapped it up a little bit, you think that's gonna stop her? Do you really think that's gonna stop her?
I would think it would, because if I see somebody out there limping the way she was limping after the fight, because she was in there damn near floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. As soon as the fight concludes, she's limping. Then the thing with the gloves, look, I didn't think nothing of it. She looked like she was doing just fine to me. And then all of a sudden, she got the gloves on and the fractured finger. I still didn't think nothing about it till I saw her in the club snapping and Cupid shuffling and raising the roof and getting jiggy. I said, she don't look like nothing wrong with her ass. But then I never said that there was something done with the gloves. I didn't say the gloves were manipulated. There was something put in it. You said that.
Yeah, because I mean, that's the way you made it look.
Yeah, no. You can't do that. You dangerous. You get somebody in trouble.
In your video, that's the way you made it sound.
You don't. That's you. We talking facts here. You can't talk about how something sound. What did I say? I said just doesn't make sense to me. If someone, preferably a professional boxer, let me know. Let me know what's going on with that.
Okay, but let me ask you this. If people are saying now that she's under investigation, what would she be under investigation for?
I'm not the one who. I'm not.
For the gloves.
I'm not the one who called and got one of the things started. But you got to understand, you're talking about content creators. I don't know what conversation happened there, but supposedly there's supposed to be an investigation. You got to understand with some of these content creators. I don't know what they're saying or not. You got to talk to them. I'm not the one. I don't know. Call it's Manager Marty. Go.
See anywhere credible.
Reach out to him.
That he's under suspension.
Reach out. Well, I mean, it's on BoxRec. She's suspended, but that's not uncommon after a fight. But if you ask me about what some other content creators saying, you got to reach out to them. I don't know.
No. I'm not saying that some other content creators saying. I'm saying what you said when you said about your video going viral when you were fishing, right? You said, I didn't mean for it to go viral. So what you were saying is, you said you think you started it. What's happening now because of the suspension? That's what you said. That's what you were saying.
You listen. You got a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you calling in here. You got a whole lot of energy. You and I ain't never gonna see eye to eye, man, because I deal with explicit details and data. You deal with the tacit shit, and we ain't gonna see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, because
we ain't gonna see eye to eye. I just asked the question, and you not coming here with answers, so we ain't getting nowhere.
You're right, but I just asked you a question about the fractured finger, though.
But I don't know nothing about the fractured finger except that she.
Okay, all right. So then we're good.
But yeah, you ain't saying nothing though. I'm trying to take something from the conversation, but you said nothing. Nothing.
What I said was asking you a question because you were questioning the gloves. So I was saying to you,
I didn't question the gloves. This is the disconnect. I didn't question the gloves. I questioned why she would have them on from the ring to it. But let me finish. From the ring to the dressing room, to the opponent's dressing room, to the post-fight press conference. Why she have them on? Preferably a pro boxer. See, you've in your mind have heard something else. You've interpreted the way you want. Deal with the facts. I just asked the question. Why would she have them on? And that's all I asked. That's it. Nothing more. I just asked a question.
Okay, and I just gave you a possible reason as to why when I asked you what if she had a fractured finger.
I don't know. If she had a fractured finger, I don't know. I don't know. You answer the question with a question. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to ask you. If her finger was fractured, would that make a difference in your mind?
No, no, it
Okay.
wouldn't. It would not to her to have it on like that. If that finger was
Okay. All
fractured,
right. That's
well,
that's
hold
all
on.
I wanted to know.
Hold on, because I sit here and let you go and round with me for a while, and so let me give you 2 minutes to say what I got to say. The finger, if that finger was fractured and I'm gonna assume if it was fractured and it was a problem, I would think that that would be something that would have been communicated and that she would have been examined and the glove would have come off and maybe those wraps would have come off and the doctor would have looked at it. That's normally what happens. That's not what happened. That's why I said I need a pro boxer to maybe help me understand what is it I'm missing here. Fill in the disconnect. Solve for X.
I can understand you saying that, but I could see if it was fractured during the fight. But if it was already fractured when she went in, why would they have to take it off when they already knew that it was fractured?
Who knew that? The doctors knew that?
Yes, if the doctors already knew from her going in that finger was already fractured, why would they have to examine it right away?
She wouldn't have fought. She wouldn't have fought. She wouldn't have passed the physical. If she had fractures, she wouldn't have passed the physicals. She wouldn't have fought.
Okay.
That's just a fact.
Well, that was basically my question, asking you about the fractured finger when I called.
Oh, okay. Well, now we've figured it out. You wanted to know if the doctors knew that her finger was fractured before the fight. They let her wrap her hands, put the gloves off, put the gloves on, and go and fight. At the end of the fight, why take it off to look at a fracture when they already knew the finger was fractured? That's what you were getting at.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at because I know that the doctors knew that Kobe's hand was broken. They knew that, but he played anyway. They knew he played anyway, so they didn't stop him from playing. He played. And you can look that up, or you can ask anybody that's a basketball fan. They know that he played with a broken hand, or broken finger, or something he played with.
Yeah, I'm sure most of these athletes play injured.
He played with a lot of broken stuff, a lot of times. Kobe did.
All right. What you cook tonight?
Actually, my daughter cooked. I didn't cook.
What you cook over there, man? You sound like you're from the South. Where you from?
From the South.
I knew it.
String beans with smoked neck bones.
Mm-hmm. Probably done had you a collard green sandwich tonight, like
fried
Popeye
pork
eat.
Fried pork chop.
Mm-hmm.
And yellow rice.
Popeye eat spinach and get fully charged. You get a collard green sandwich and call in.
Spinach with David Boy yesterday.
call in and raise hell. I hear that.
You got it about right.
Yeah.
But it's all in love, though.
I know, man. You know, it's all good, man. But you take care and have a good night.
Look, that's just the way I talk. That's it. It's all in love.
Oh, I know. That's why you stayed on this phone so long with me. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. It was a good fight, though. I mean, listen, I watch. And I watch the boxing channel. So I have the boxing channel. I pay a subscription for a boxing channel. So I've been a boxing fan.
Right.
You know, a lot of these people, they didn't even know anything about Claressa until her with Papoose. But I've been watching boxing a long, long time.
Right.
Men, especially the men, okay? I've always watched the men. I watched the women. I watched Layla. I watched Ann Wolf. I watched what's her name, Chrissy Martin. I watched a bunch of them. Okay, I watched Ann Wolf knock out that big, tall white girl that she flat laid out on the canvas.
Vonda. Her name was Vonda Ward, I think.
Yes. I'm a boxing fan, so I'm a sports fan. Period.
Right. Okay. Well, I really appreciate you taking time to call into the show, man. You make sure and call back again, but just don't have that collard green sandwich in your system next time you call.
Okay, next time we'll eat something lighter.
For real. All right. You have a good night.
You have a great night.
All right. You too. All right.
All right. Bye-bye.